Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Randy and I do a lot of crochet and other fun tutorials. Today, we're doing a pillow cover. So this is a pillow I already had and I just made the cover. So there's that. It's kind of Christmassy. My trees did not turn out quite as well as I wanted, but yes, we made a lovely pillow cover. So that's what's to come today. I wanted to start trying out like different ways to film intros and stuff, and I figured show you at the start. If you like it, you can definitely stay tuned. And also, if you like everything crochet, you should subscribe to my channel. Follow my Instagram for more, but let's go ahead and get started on our, should we call it a Christmas pillow cover? Maybe I will, but let's go ahead and get started. Oh, and as always, before I jump into that, I always put exactly what I use in the description down below. So if you're curious and want like a written form, it's down there. But let's get. For my project today, I am gonna do this a little bit different. I'm using Woolies yarn. You'll need a skein per side. So we're gonna do two separate panels, sew them together. You'll need a skein per side. I'm gonna use the color, this is, there it is, Fisherman, for the front and back panel. And then I also have green and brown that I'll use for the detailing, but I don't still have this on it. So when we get to it, I'll show you. I think the green is Kale. I don't remember what the brown color is, but they're just scrap yarn I have extra of, which was why I thought this would be the perfect project, because I only needed the two bigger parts of the project. So it was perfect, you know? Anyways, I will be using a was I using 9mm hook? I must have been using a 9mm hook for it. You'll need a handy dandy yarn needle and some scissors, as well as like a physical pillow, because we're just making the case for it. Now this is what we are making right here, is just like a front panel. Then we're gonna embroider the trees on it. So there's that. Now I'll be completely honest, when I did my first one, I did not measure very well. Oh, also you will, personally, I am going to use, I have acrylic, like thinner acrylic yarn of the same color, and I'm going to use that to weave it together. That is optional. You can just use the Woolies, or is that what this is called, right? Yeah, but I think acrylic works a little easier for weaving the pieces together. But we're gonna start by doing our starting chain. Do it nice and loose, don't do it too tight. And I did a starting chain of 30. I'm not a frogger. I do not frog my work very often. It normally has to be like, this is not gonna work for me to do it. But I'd recommend doing like 32 to 34 for a 16-inch pillow. This is gonna be a little tight, but that's okay, you know, you live and you learn. So I'm gonna do 30 to match my, actually I might do 32, it can be a little skew, but I would do 32 to 34 for each panel, depending on how comfortable you want it to fit around your pillow. But yes, so that will be, we'll do our starting chain. Then the next step is we're going to turn our work, and we're not going to go into the very first chain. We're going to go into the second one. We're going to do a single crochet stitch all the way to our end. So if you did 30, you'll have 29 stitches. If you did 32, you'll have 31. If you did 34, you'll have 33. And that is what you're going to do for each row. Should have that many stitches. Now don't worry, I did not finish this yet. This was the one I already did. But you will do 38 rows, or yeah, 38 rows of the single crochet, of 29, 31, or 33. And I did single crochet because I really like the print. That was like an imperfection in the yarn right there that's sticking out. I'll have to burn that, but I just love the look of this. I think this is very like cozy, wintry looking, but yes, you'll do 38 rows. I also like the single crochet because it's easy to count. Each one of these is 2 rows, so makes it easy to count. But yes, so you'll do 2 of these where you do your starting chain, have 1 less per row. So if you did 32, you have each row being 31 for 38 rows. All right, so I ran out of yarn on this skein. I don't really know, so I have this much left from my first one, but I did use like, let's see, like 2 here of another skein of yarn. And then I still had this much left, which, I don't know, the math's not mathing, but you potentially might need 3 skeins, but yeah, the math isn't adding up because this is still half a skein left, and I didn't even use half a skein like before. It was like literally a third, but I have half a skein left, so I use like less than a skein of yarn for this one, but this one I'm still 8 rows away and I'm almost out of yarn. So I don't know, maybe this skein was small or something, but you may need 3 skeins of yarn, you may not. I don't understand. So I started by embroidering the trees, and I do not like how they look. If you are a little bit better at embroidering than me, you can definitely go that route. This is definitely the point where you can make this completely your own. You could do a big tree, you could do 2 medium trees, you could do trees, you know, all over, however you want. I'm just gonna do 3 trees across the bottom. I'm gonna make 1 more of these, and I'm gonna leave my embroidery to kind of, as you can see, it's a little open, to kind of cover where it's not as open looking. So let's set up here. Now this is the color Kale. It is also woolies, and I am going to embroider on the brown like trunks. I almost said the stems of the trees, and that's in the color Barley, but we're not there yet. So going to do a starting chain of 7, and I know it's kind of dark in here, so let me turn a light on. Once you do your starting chain of 7, I'm actually going to do a double crochet, so I'm going to skip this stitch and go into the second stitch. We're going to do a double crochet so it's nice and tall. This yarn does not want to do a double crochet. By the way, I am still using the 9mm. I think I technically use the 10 for these. We'll see how drastic of a difference that makes it. We're going to skip the next one, go into this one to kind of get that triangle shape. And then we're going to go into all the rest of them. So this is stitch 3, 4, and 5. And you can see it kind of has that angle to it, which is what I wanted. Now I'm going to turn my work. I'm going to skip my first stitch, go into the second, and do my double crochet, 2, 3, then 4, then I'm going to skip this one, go into this one for 1, and then this one I'm also going to skip the middle, go into that one. So I only have 2 stitches on my 1, 2, 3, 4th. And now I'm going to skip that one and go into this one and do double crochet. And there is my tree. It did alter it a little bit by only doing 9mm. So I'm going to redo it with the 10mm hook, but that's how you do it. I actually just decided I'm going to have a smaller tree. Maybe that's lazy of me, or maybe I just like the uniqueness when they're imperfect, because these aren't even technically like the same size. And I'm gonna weave these on here, and then we're just gonna embroider like a little base for our trees with brown. Once you add your desired detail, I am going to some smaller / like thinner acrylic yarn that matches, and I'm going to sew 3 sides. So I'm going to leave this side open. You could leave this side, the bottom or the top open, but I'm going to leave this side open so I can put the pillow insert in. But I am going to sew the 3 sides, and I'm not going to seal this because mine's just going to be a pillow cover. Like I said, you're more than welcome to make yours in actual pillow, so once you stuff it, you can stitch it closed, but I'm going to weave my 2 pieces together, leaving this one open to put the pillow in, and then I'll show you how I'm going to close it. I had to go ahead and seal it because this pillow, I didn't realize the like original cover that came on it doesn't come off. I thought for whatever reason when I put my fall covers on it that I took this one off. I did not, but I recommend like crocheting or like sewing up a little bit, which I'm gonna do on mine because that just helps keep it closed. And then I literally just took some yarn and tied it off so it can kind of have like bows on the side, but you can definitely use a zipper if you're a little bit better at sewing than I am, and sew in a zipper. This, as of right now, it's a little tight on there, so I might block this and see if that helps. But here is my finished product. My trees didn't turn out as well as I was picturing, but I do like the bows on the side, and I think overall, like, the pillowcase itself was pretty quick and easy. It was just the trees that gave me a little bit of a problem. Even crocheting the ends together was pretty easy, but yeah, so my little 2 cents is definitely sew up to like maybe to here, like do up to like 2 rows to kind of help seal it. But yeah, there is the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!